Remember this from back in August 14th, after Justin Thomas won the PGA Championship. JT taking his pal, the Wanamaker, to see another buddy, Tiger Woods, at his restaurant, The Woods in Jupiter. Good little celebration after taking his first career major victory. So now JT playing with his golf idol for the first round of the Hero World Challenge. Todd Lewis caught up with the reigning PGA Tour Player of the Year.
Justin has played recreationally with Tiger a number of times, but there's a lot of anticipation with him coming back, and you're going to be right there in the mix of that. What are you most excited about in teeing it up here this week with Tiger alongside you?
Just like you said, I've never done it in competition, and I mean, it's a person I've looked up to for a long time, and it's pretty cool to get to call him a peer and a friend now. But you know, I think like a lot of us younger guys that, you know, the guys that are just coming out, you know, I've never played really against them in competition, just in terms of him being healthy and stuff like that. You know, 2013 was my first year as a pro, and I was on the web. So I think he's extremely excited along with the rest of the world. So it'll be a fun week, I'm sure.
Tiger said today that he's trying to get everyone to downplay expectations, including himself. What are your expectations from Tiger this week?
I have no idea. You know, I feel like I'm going to be rusty, and I had a month and a half off, let alone a year, you know, like he did, or however long it's been. So it's just so hard when you get away from competitive golf for that long. I think that's something that's very underrated amongst the people that are watching and following. But, you know, I think it may take him a little bit to kind of get back in the swing of things. But, you know, the good news is it's a small field, so it's going to be hard for, you know, a lot of guys to run away or vice versa, so you can kind of always stay within striking distance, I feel like. It
is a small field, but one with immense talent, 8 of the top 10 in the world, including yourself. Your first event since your victory in Korea, and we've already talked about how great a year you've had. How excited are you to get back into competition after that bit of a break?
Yeah, I finally was looking forward to playing golf about a week ago. You know, I was really enjoying the time off and doing nothing in terms of not playing golf. I just was really fried and tired of golf, to be perfectly honest. But you know, it's definitely not the preparation I would have coming into a lot of the tournaments during the season. But you know, I've worked hard the last weekend and then these days leading up to the tournament. So you know, I'm excited to get out there and compete.
All right, with Billy, coming into this season, I know Justin Thomas is a young guy, but he had one win on the PGA Tour. Then he explodes. We knew he had the potential. But what was the change that had him realize that potential to become Player of the Year?
Well, to become a good iron player, you need to control the distance, and we saw that with Tiger Woods. And now Justin Thomas, we're seeing it with Justin Thomas simply because the transition. And if you kind of think that you have a paintbrush in your hand, and Justin Thomas, when he first came out on the PGA Tour, it was a lot of speed, and it was kind of like splattering the wall. Mm-hmm. You know, now it's almost like he's put the paint on the brush, and now he's just painting down the wall. So he's taken the violence out of the transition, which I think is key because it's all rhythm is what the guys are doing. As we take a look at this swing, this is when he, back in 2015, when he first came out on tour, and that's a wedge in hand. That's inside 135 yards, and that's a miss to the left. Nothing infuriates a pro more than missing the green with a wedge. And this at Quail Hollow in 2015 at the Wells Fargo, wedge in hand, 100 yards, 50 feet to the left. Now, you're going to see a very different Justin Thomas right here. Look at that transition. I mean, you can almost see the arms fall in front, fall down. Look at the distance control, bringing it right back down the slope.
So rhythmic.
I mean, and then watch this right here, George. I mean, it's like he takes forever in 2017 as opposed to 2015. So that's why he has become such a good iron player. He's been able to control the distance. There's just that smooth action right here from the top of the swing to the start of the downswing. If that starts gently, Justin Thomas, he's money.
Yeah, you see exactly what happened. And I've mentioned this analogy before. It's like a pitcher who learns to take a little off and locate.
Exactly.
And he's really locating some pins with that wedge game, to say the least. All right, stick around. What's Tiger's latest assessment of his own health? Here, his take as he gets ready for the Hero later. And world number 1, Dustin Johnson's teeing it up for the first time since blowing that big lead in Shanghai. What's his mindset like? That's ahead on Golf Central.